Hello and welcome to a new episode of Around Kuwait. I'm your host, Rita Abdu, and of course, as you're used to, we have a lot of great content coming up. Aziz, good evening.
Hello and welcome, and it's a pleasure already presenting to you. And as even welcome everyone, and welcome to your show Around Kuwait. This is your host Abdulaziz Darwish. About our show, everybody, we're focusing and also we're shedding the light more about the events, the occasions, and even what's happening in our lovely country, state of Kuwait. And even you know already, our camera crew are traveling all around our lovely country, state of Kuwait, to show you also great events. And today in our show we have great events. Today we're gonna share with everyone. But before we're gonna talk, sometimes my co-host Rita, if you want to know about the events in Kuwait, people like to read newspapers.
Yes.
People like to read magazines.
Social media.
Social media. You are into technology or not?
Kind of, and especially I feel like I get my news from social media, and there's been a huge shift to that, which could be tricky sometimes, Aziz, right?
You know what's the funny thing? Because we're already holding some tabs, and I am not big fan of social media, but sometimes because the social media are huge and too many like virtual platforms and even applications. So we call it take news, blink an eye.
Definitely.
So it's like everything coming to you already, and there is too many things we're gonna talk about today. The news are spreading already.
Yes, that's absolutely right, Abdulaziz. We have so many things. I think in Kuwait there's always new developments. There's always a new event, some new thing going on. So we're going to be discussing that, especially today, Aziz. So what is our first headline?
First headline, the viewers watching us through the KTV2 will talk about the warehouse, the new mall. It's already located in Subahiyya area. It's like following the people who already were living in the southeast of the state of Kuwait. This is the first one, about mall, about shopping. The second one, about, we call it horsepowers, engines, and even luxury.
That's right, Aziz. So dear viewers, the next headline is going to be, of course, about the automotives exhibition that's coming up. And a lot of people are excited about it because, Aziz, I think regardless if you like cars or you don't, there's always something new to see at the exhibition.
The good thing, about in the state of Kuwait, the world of cars are huge. And we are very proud in the state of Kuwait we are pioneers in this field.
Yes.
Especially in the Kuwait Motor Town.
That's absolutely right.
Even we have Kuwait Motor Town, we have car exhibitions, we have showrooms, but this time it's unique in the Kuwait International Fair.
Definitely, and I think in Kuwait we do love cars in general, whether or without exhibitions, so this is definitely something we're looking forward to. So what else, Aziz, for
in
this
addition,
evening?
also when we speak, we already spoke about the shopping, we spoke already about the Kuwait International Fair.
That's
even
right.
We have every daily conferences, dear viewers, we have a conference which we talk about say no to violence, because it's important to aware the community and the families about the violence. It's not a good thing. It gives a very bad impact even for the community. Am I right?
That's absolutely right, Aziz. You couldn't have said it better. And I think it's really important to focus on saying no to violence. And in Kuwait right now, we're really focused on that. So dear viewers, let's view this report and we'll be right back.
The Warehouse project is a game changer in the world of furniture and fashion brands. It brings together an extensive range of furniture stores and renowned fashion brands, creating a shopping experience like no other. Shoppers can explore a wide variety of furniture styles and fashion trends all under one roof, making it a paradise for those looking to enhance their homes or stay stylish. But the Warehouse is more than just a shopping destination. It's a multi-phased hub for leisure and entertainment. Visitors can savor culinary delights from an array of restaurants catering to diverse tastes from around the world. The project also offers a diverse selection of entertainment options, from cinemas to arcades, ensuring there's something to delight every member of the family. What sets this project apart is its unique inclusion of a covered zoo and an animal hospital. Families and animal enthusiasts can enjoy a zoo experience in any weather while knowing that the animals' well-being is a top priority. Despite the ambitious scale, the Warehouse is expected to be completed within just 3 years and has already opened its doors. Located in the Sabahiyya area, It's quickly becoming a prominent landmark, offering not just a shopping destination, but an immersive lifestyle experience. Whether you're shopping for the latest fashion trends, planning a memorable family outing, or simply seeking a day of leisure, the warehouse has it all. It's a true testament to modern consumers' experience.
What a lovely day. What a lovely already report today because of our walking crew. On behalf of our show, I'd like to greet our walking crew for presenting such an enormous and amazing report. We'll talk about the warehouse, Rita. You saw already the videos everywhere in the social medias, and even
That's
our walking
right.
crew already showcasing about the warehouse. How does it feel to you? I know like most of the ladies, they like shopping.
We love shopping.
Extra shopping, extra benefits.
Exactly. And the great thing about the warehouse that we're all excited about, that it really has everything. You know, it's not just clothing or entertainment. It has fashion outlets, amazing stores, you know, from different styles. You're talking about contemporary designers, high street, and even more affordable things. We also have amazing furniture outlets, Aziz, which I think this could be a great activity for families, you know what I mean?
So when you say about the families, I know we have to focus more about the children. So there is like a place for children, like we call it, like their area. So they would like to enjoy their time. You know, families, because they like, it's like a family gathering. Usually
Yes.
in our malls, you will see malls is not just only for clothes.
That's
Entertainment, enjoying their time, spending their time. You see cafes, you see shopping malls, you will see family area, children area. Children are important.
Children are very important, and sometimes, Aziz, I know this from families around me. If the couple wants to shop for furniture, they have a hard time to where they can have their children stay, right? They need to call other family members, and sometimes it could become a headache for the parents. So I think it's really great with this kind of mall, with the warehouse, you're able to have your children in a safe place enjoying their time, since there's a zoo actually in there, an indoor zoo.
So when we spoke about the zoo, you know, like people now during this time is high demand to raising pets.
Exactly.
You know, the pets now, you see, like it's one of the good hobbies people like to understand. When you know, when you like you buy a cat, or you maybe adopted already a dog or any kind of animals,
Yes.
you will learn about it. You do Googling, you searching for
Exactly.
it. You will learn more about it, about their food, about their nutrition. So the good thing you have a pet in your house. So now you see the demand is high about it.
Definitely, I agree with you. I think especially in Kuwait in the past few years, every household does have a pet, especially cats and birds, a lot of birds.
Yes, yes.
So I think the zoo interactive environment that's available at the warehouse really allows the families to interact with the zoo animals in a very natural way, since they have created natural habitats for them. So it's as if you're seeing them in real life, you know, not in a zoo. And it's also a closed area, so we can enjoy that zoo at any time of the year,
And also
Aziz.
in addition, also my co-host Rita, to aware the children about the wildlife of the desert life. So they bring already animals or are reflecting the desert life in the state of Kuwait. You know, it's a good thing to educate our children about the animals. You know, like there is certain animals living in tropical
Yes.
area, the other one in Latin America, in the cold areas. Even
That's
in the desert,
right.
we have also our certain animals also.
Exactly. I think that's a really great point that you brought to us, Aziz, because a lot of people do not know our specific desert animals. So I think it's really great to visit the zoo here and there, especially with this kind of new and innovative zoo. It's not like what we're used to when we were children. It's a very different, immersive experience for the families, Aziz.
And also, in this topic, we'll talk about something else. It's not only about shopping, about entertainment, about the children area. Even there is like a furnitures there.
Yes.
People like buying for the design of their houses. Maybe they want furnitures and even more. So malls become now like it's not only for shopping and enjoying your time. You like to, you can design also your house around it.
That's right. I remember when we used to move years ago, it was really annoying when we need new furniture because the stores were out on the streets, they weren't in malls. Now with it being in malls, especially with massive furniture outlets in the warehouse, you're really able to shop for furniture. Of course, depending on what you like, there's contemporary, classic, everything is available. But you're also able to take a lunch break, go to a cafe, enjoy the different entertainment venues available at the mall, Aziz, right?
And also the entertainment, we mentioned about cinema. You know, in most of the malls in the state of Kuwait, we have cinema on it. And we say all the time, cinema is a universal language. The big screen, too many different screens, variety of screens, IMAX, 4DX,
That's right.
MX4D, VIP. These all the screens, you will feel different experiences, but you will see the good thing about the cinema, it reflects
Yes.
the art, culture, and the civilization of any country in the world. So what
Definitely.
about your best movies ever? You like horror or you like documentary or sport? What about you?
Aziz, let's just say that I watched a horror movie, I think 10 years ago, and
Okay.
didn't sleep for many nights. So I do not go anywhere next to it. But I do agree with you on the fact that the cinema does take us into another universe, right? You're seeing a different society, different traditions, and sometimes a completely different language. So the fact that you are actually being able to get engaged with a movie for an hour or 2 or 3 while it's in a different language, for example, like Indian movies,
Yes.
I think that's a
For
big
3
deal.
hours.
Exactly,
Yeah.
3 hours, and we're still watching, and the holds are booked out, tickets are gone.
So you know what the good thing, because when you saw a movie, you know the cultures are different. So Indian movies specialize with the music, and the
Yes.
Arabic movies specialize with the words
That's
and with the
right.
performance, because the acting are different. Even the cameras, the angles, the
Very
types, and the
different.
lightings. And the good thing about the nowadays in the movies, about the canteens, about the food. You know, when you go to the cafeteria, you're not only buying a certain popcorn,
Yes.
a certain soft drink beverages. Now you would like a variety of collections.
So many
Sweet,
things.
biscuits, even diet food. Diet things
Absolutely
already
right.
available now.
I was honestly really surprised about that, Aziz. So I'm really excited to actually go to the new cinema because each one is very different to another one. But Aziz, I want to circle back to the
Okay.
zoo.
Let's
Honestly,
go back,
I am an animal lover, so that's
Yeah.
something I'm personally really excited about. So the zoo obviously has a veterinarian hospital
Okay.
with it, which I think is an amazing idea because there's vets on hand all the time there. They are making sure that the animals are actually okay and everything is going perfect. What do you think about that?
It's amazing, you know why we have to publish more of these hospitals in the state of Kuwait. In each governorate, we have like a certain hospitals because it's easier to families to approach for their pets, for also their animals.
That's
so the
right.
more of their locations, more easier for us if we want to cover something. So it's a good thing.
Absolutely true. And I think maybe it could help us have more pet-friendly areas, starting with the warehouse mall. There's a zoo there. So I think that's what really makes the mall stand out from different malls that we have been to in Kuwait and really around the GCC and the Middle East.
Nice.
Aziz.
So we'll talk about something else. You know, when we talk about also the warehouse, it's one of the biggest projects nowadays in the state of Kuwait, and we are very proud about also the public and the private sectors what they are doing what they are
That's
doing
right.
in the sake for the safety. Even the public sector, the Ministry of Interior, and other sectors already available in the malls to ensure the security and the safety ever for any malls in the state of Kuwait, Rita.
That's right, Abdulaziz. So, dear viewers, I think that's what makes this mall and every mall in Kuwait very special, that we live in a very, very safe environment. And what makes the warehouse stand out is all the things available. You want a furniture shop, buy clothes, enjoy a day out with the family doing different activities. I think that's another great one, Aziz. It's literally an entertainment hub and it's changing the way we go to malls and the way we interact with malls and really just the commercial space.
Commercial space, interacting with the malls, with the audience, with the people happy, they smile, we smile. That's the good thing. We say all the times, let your smile change the world and don't let the world change your smile. So dear viewers, let's continue about around Kuwait, but after this quick report.
The World of Cars Automotive Exhibition is a tremendous event that holds a prominent place not only in Kuwait but also on a global scale. This impressive showcase brings together the most prestigious car manufacturers, both local and international, in one grand venue, creating a spectacle that car enthusiasts eagerly await. Held at the exhibition grounds in the Mishrif area, World of Cars is not just about displaying automobiles. It offers a comprehensive automotive experience. Banks and insurance companies participate, allowing visitors to explore financing and insurance options for their dream cars. Accessory companies also take part, showcasing the latest enhancements and gadgets for those looking to personalize their vehicles. However, World of Cars transcends the realm of business transactions. It provides a diverse range of entertainment activities, making it a delightful outing for families, from test drivers of the latest models to thrilling car-related games and contests. The event caters to a wide audience, ensuring there is something to captivate everyone. With its reputation as one of the highlights of the Kuwait automotive calendar, World of Cars offers a unique opportunity for car enthusiasts to get up close and personal with the latest models and initiatives from the automotive industry. It's a celebration of the passion for automobiles, offering a day filled with entertainment and excitement for all the attendees.
Dear viewers, after this report that we viewed about this headline, we're going to be talking about one of the biggest exhibitions that everyone really waits for in Kuwait and even around the world. So it's the Automotives exhibition. Aziz, people love cars.
When you mention cars, first of all, we'll talk about power engines, luxury, sporty, and even the interior and the exterior design.
That's right.
With the interior cabin, exterior artist, it's all affected any cars in the world. You know what's the good thing about the cars? Every year they are publishing new cars, especially during this couple of months now with establishment for the new cars all around the world, all companies in every continent in the world. But the good thing, we gather all of them in Kuwait International Fair.
That's absolutely right. I think that's a very great point to mention, Aziz, because sometimes it's really hard to keep up with everything new that's coming out. There's always new and innovative technologies when it comes to cars and the engines, as you mentioned. The possibilities have been endless when it comes to actually designing the interior. And even some cars allow you to design even the outside, which I think is very, very cool. So such exhibitions are really good for anyone that's a seasoned car lover and has knowledge about cars, wants to see what's new, and also about people that are curious, Aziz. They want to know more.
You know, when you mention, I will start from your last word, they want to know more.
Yes.
When you say we want to know more, that's why we're entering exhibitions. We see the seeking for the new technologies, for the new offers also, because, you know, people like to see the engines and the offers of the cars, because exhibition means offers.
That's
it
right.
means something new. Especially, a good thing about the exhibition, you will see the German and even Japanese and even Asians and Europe and also Latin cars in the world. There's like famous companies, old companies, maybe the historical companies, are the new coming companies.
Yes.
I see in the street, when you're driving in any street in the state of Kuwait, well, first of all, like to welcome PART, Public Authority for Transportation,
yes,
and what they are doing also for the road. So we see too many different cars. You will see Germans, sporty style, sporty category. You will see German, Japanese, Asian, and even Europe cars, and you will see the difference about them. But you will notice maybe something similar about them, sometimes in the style, maybe in the engine. So now they are going with the demand of the customers, we can say.
Exactly, that's absolutely true, Aziz. I think in Kuwait there's not one type of car that you don't see on the road. There's always something new. There's also very rare cars on the road, which I think is amazing and is a little show of its own. But Aziz, you know what's great about the upcoming exhibition is that it's not only showcasing cars. There's going to be a lot of companies there to be able to help you with things like insurance and financing.
Nice.
So anyone that's usually looking to purchase a new car usually needs this kind of service. So to have them there on hand to help you understand what they can do for you, for the car, I think that's amazing.
And even we call them consultation, because they give the good advice to you how to afford a new car. If you want to buy something, you will have, what about the car book, what about the services, the insurance, it's very important. Full covered or maybe certain covered, it's important. Like we like to even to give a notice and advice for our our dear viewers, if you want to buy any cars in any showroom, not only in the Kuwait International Fair in the car or the car exhibition, if you want to go there to enter, make sure to know about the insurance, about the services, about even, we call it everything about the services they can afford for the cars if you want to buy it and purchasing also retail.
That's absolutely right. Sometimes we get too excited when we're purchasing something and forget about the really important stuff. But I agree with you, that was amazing advice. Insurance is really vital to us when we're purchasing something as big as a car. Because if you get a car, you're planning to use it for a few years, you know? So you need that insurance, and hopefully everyone can still stay safe on the roads, regardless insurance or not. And also, Abdulaziz, let's say you're not into cars, but you had to go with a family member or a friend. There's a lot of activities to do at the exhibition. So there's great things like car-related games. And if you're not into games and that kind of entertainment, which I doubt, you can always test drive.
And also test drive is very important, because in the Kuwait International Fair, like there is too many empty roads, so it's a good time to experience the car in the road inside the Kuwait International Fair, even to look about the long tour of the buildings there, you know, because like the buildings in the Kuwait International Fair are huge. Every time it's increasing and new ones. And even there is something else also. We'll talk about our children. There is an arcade games there.
Yes.
You'll see too many like car games, arcade games, to experience the cars and the virtual platforms.
Exactly.
To aware them. It's a good time to like a family entertainment.
Definitely. I think these car-related games and even contests that are going to be going on are very, very enjoyable, Aziz, for families. Because I remember when I was younger, not allowed to drive yet, it wasn't legal for me, I was really intrigued by cars. So any game that was car-related, I was in and I was fully engaged in it.
And even if we say something else, we'll talk about the innovations. You know, like the good thing about the innovation of the cars, it's huge. When we go to the German cars, are too many different companies, you will see the difference about them. The services are not only about the services in the roads, the service also for the chairs of the cars. Comfortable chairs, maybe they did something like to make it a little bit closer, the dashboard, the cabin. It's a good thing, like everything for the customer at the end. You mentioned in the beginning, there's like some certain companies, they afford you, you choose the colors, you choose the silk, you choose everything about the car. It's a good thing, actually.
That's absolutely right. And you mentioned the seats in the car. I think that's the most thing we utilize usually. That's where we're spending most time in the car, Aziz. So the great thing is that there's a lot of accessories companies available at the exhibition. So they're actually able to show you what they have available, help you with your car and whatever it needs in terms of accessories to be able to really enhance your own vehicle.
Actually, when you mentioned about the accessories before, I already bought a German car, okay? And I want two mug holders.
Yes.
So the good thing, I went to the accessory, the main shop, I already bought another one, mug holder. So sometimes it's a certain accessories, but makes our life maybe more enjoyable if you want to enjoy driving any cars.
You want to be as comfortable as possible, because I think, Aziz, especially with the sports cars that we personally love a lot here in Kuwait, and could be the #1 purchasing country, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. When it comes to purchasing sport cars, sometimes it's really annoying when it comes to where you can put your mugs, your coffee. We're also coffee lovers. So as you said, we can always fix that issue by buying certain accessories, Aziz.
So when we, instead of certain accessories, there is something important. We have to know also about the engines of the cars.
Yes.
I know some people don't know about too much about it, but at least you have to know the basics.
Right.
What your car can afford, what your car can be, how to enhance our vehicles. You know what the good thing about it, because sometimes you will see too many categories of the cars.
That's right.
Like when you say I want to buy a certain car, there's like categories from normal category to luxury category in the same car.
That's right.
Yeah.
So many variations.
Go with the thing you seek, you want the most. I am right?
That's absolutely right. I agree with you. So Aziz, I think personally, I hate going from a place to another, right? So sometimes it gets really hard for us to go from a car dealership to another. It gets tiring after one or two, and sometimes you end up even settling for a car that you're not sure of. It's not something you want. So the great thing about the exhibition is that no, all the cars are there, all the dealerships are there, and as you even mentioned, from all countries, you know, German cars, European cars, all different types. So I think that's something to remember, that you can go look at the cars, test drive them, get consultations, also have some entertainment, and see the cars.
And even in addition, there is too many participation. Instead of the car already companies, we can talk about participation of the public sectors,
Yes.
insurance companies, even banks, even accessories, and even certain companies to ensure you what you want to seek for the best to experience this amazing exhibition. You go there, you enjoy it with your kids, and even to take a look for the cars maybe you want to buy in the future.
That's
right?
true, Aziz. I agree with you. It's a great experience. We can always keep certain cars in our mind for the future, as you mentioned. And also, Aziz, it's very important to mention that the exhibition will be happening in the Mishrif Fairground, which we are very used to. We know very well organized, and it's spacious enough to hold such a big event that we honestly wait for year to year.
Year to year, enjoying our time with our families, with our children, and everything about inside the exhibitions. And the good thing about the facility itself, we like to thank on behalf of our show around Kuwait, we like to thank all the people working in the Kuwait International Fair, the employees, how the organizing team, the administration team, what they are doing, their amazing job to make everything look better and better, because every day there is a different exhibitions in the certain location.
That's right.
So they are doing their best, and even the volunteer teams inside the car exhibition, how to guide you to the different car companies. We like to greet also the volunteers also.
I agree with you. Honestly, their efforts cannot go unmentioned, because the amount of people, I think thousands and thousands show up every single day to the fairgrounds in Mishrif. So they are putting in a lot of efforts, if it was with the people inside at the exhibitions or even with the traffic in the car park that we love and used to. But of course, Aziz, there's also snacks on the way walking to the exhibition. So I think it's a very close thing to our heart, going to the grounds of Mishrif, of course. So I think it's a great thing to do.
And in addition, we mentioned the entrepreneurs, because we mentioned also the snacks.
Yes.
You will see too many like small businesses are already participating in the exhibition. They are selling food, beverages, and even snacks. And even you will see certain big like companies, they are participating for their snacks and food. So it's a good thing for entrepreneurship, for our young entrepreneurs to raise, to be in the market, to make people already around them, to know them more. It's a good thing for the social community.
Exactly. There's so much going on, and I think there's space for everyone when it comes to exhibitions here in Kuwait. And dear viewers, if you have managed to miss this exhibition, there's a similar one hopefully coming up next year in January. So you'll always have a chance to be surrounded by these amazing cars. And Aziz, I think with that we should move on to our next subject.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go to another next subject, dear viewers, because in Around Kuwait we move all around for one topic, to know everything. Let's check it out. We'll be right back again.
The Say to No Violence Conference is a significant event organized by the Kuwaiti Association Against Violence, serving as a crucial platform to address and combat violence in Kuwait. Under the auspices of the Minister of State for Social Affairs and the Affairs of Family and Childhood, this conference unites various governmental entities, including the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Interior, and Ministry of Health, in a concerted effort to tackle violence comprehensively. Additionally, the invaluable support and participation of organizations like the Kuwaiti Lawyers Association and the Social Development Bureau demonstrates a united front in the fight against violence. This collaborative approach underscores Kuwait's collective commitment to raising awareness about the importance of curbing violence in all its forms, particularly in the context of family and childhood. The Say to No Violence Conference goes beyond more than a discussion. It serves as a platform for sharing strategies and insights while promoting initiatives aimed at preventing and addressing violence. This event highlights Kuwait's dedication to creating a safer and more harmonious environment for the citizens. It's a testament to the government's proactive stance in fostering social welfare and ensuring the well-being of its people. Moreover, this conference reflects an ongoing, comprehensive effort to promote non-violence and engage all sectors of society in this crucial cause.
Say no to violence. It's a very crucial word. It's very important to aware our community, our society, to be against always about violence, because violence destroy our family. Destruction for everything, for the humanity, because it's easy way to hit everybody. But if it's not easy to be calm and strong and maintain to be better, just to solve your problems. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, like, if not a strong person who is already like with a quick response if you want to hit someone, a strong person who like to be calm and strong and ever. This is important, Rita. We'll talk about a word against violence.
I agree with you, Aziz. Unfortunately, where there is violence, as you said, it's complete destruction. It does tap into every part of society, families, and everything else that comes with society. So I think it's really important to break the stigma around speaking up. A lot of women, a lot of children are scared to speak up and mention that they have experienced violence. Some of them are shy, some of them are even scared. And we're talking about different ages. It's not just children that are scared to actually fight back or even go seek help. So to have this campaign, No to Violence, I think it's a really great thing. Right. Different government entities are coming together to be able to support anyone and everyone really that has experienced this.
And also it's the events already. We'll talk about a conference about Say No to Violence organized by the Kuwaiti Association Against Violence and auspiced by the Kuwait's Minister of Social Affairs. It's very important we talk about this kind of topic, a word against violence. Say no to violence, because I already mentioned in the beginning, violence leads you to destruction, to be already not in a good position, and even to make you feel like it affects, first of all, our children.
That's
children,
right.
children, even if we do something against them, or even families like you, when any child, when you see people hitting each other, he see violence, he get affected.
That's
emotionally,
right.
Direct way and indirect way. We call it trauma at the end.
It is trauma, and it's definitely also PTSD. A lot of people are dealing with this post-trauma many years after, even sometimes 10 or 20 years after the trauma has stopped, Aziz.
They get affected.
Exactly, and it affects their own family life. You know, they grow up, they have their own family. It starts affecting their family and the way they deal with different situations. Some people become violent the same way they received violence, and others actually really try to protect themselves and build a wall, which I think is creating a lot of mental health issues, Aziz.
And also with the conference, we'll talk about Say No to Violence with the participation for Kuwait Lawyers Association. It's very important when we talk about the violence, you know, sometimes because unfortunately, maybe families cannot solve their problem about the violence, that they will seek to go where? To hire a legal representative as a lawyer to help them to be against violence. Because I know it's the last things to do, but sometimes it's important to be a legal representative as a lawyer to help you to avoid violence. That's why they are participating in this kind of conferences.
Definitely. I think having the Lawyers Association on with this campaign makes us feel like, yes, someone does have our back, because when you have specialists dealing with the issue and part of it, they're able to help us think of different ways to prevent this from happening and different ways to fix the issue in case something bad happens. So you feel like you have a point of contact and there's someone that's defending you. And sometimes that's all someone that's having violence needs, you know? For someone to have their back, Aziz, right?
And also when you say something to have in our back, and there is something else, we'll talk about the environment. Now we'll talk about how to solve a violence, how to be against the violence. When we talk about the solutions, one of them, it's like to have a very certain good environment. You have to contain the violence.
Yes.
But sometimes you have to deal it in a good way, or sometimes the situation is very crucial. You try your best to make it a little bit maintaining, not to make it bigger. We have to contain the environment. That's important.
Absolutely true. I think it's really important to contain the environment and to try to stay safe and keep your family safe. Violence is never the right way to go. But I think, Aziz, it's really important to recognize the efforts of the Kuwaiti government and all the governments here in Kuwait that are coming together, the different ministries, coming together to really help the country with this case and make sure we're living in a very safe society, Aziz.
And in addition, in your words, it's worth mentioning, we'll talk about the efforts of all the governments in the state of Kuwait. When you enter any, we call it stadiums, or you enter any malls in the state of Kuwait, any place like people gathering, you will see a brochure, maybe we call advertisement about, to aware the community about the violence. Even in the streets and the road, it's a good thing. Like it's like a social community. The government sector, even the private sectors, they are doing their best to give the social community, to educate everybody about, to avoid and say no to violence.
That's absolutely right. And this specific event and conference, Say No to Violence, is really focusing on many different things, such as discussions, workshops, and even awareness campaigns. So they're really trying to give us all the tools to deal with this issue, be able to have a safe space to have a discussion. You know, sometimes listening to someone else's issue really does help you, Aziz.
And in addition, we'll talk about the experts or the instructors. We're going to talk more about we call it the workshops, you know, because workshop, we have certain experts in different field and different criteria.
Yes.
So when we brought them, because we like to thank the efforts of the governments, the government sectors in the state of Kuwait and even private, they are hiring them, or they are giving invitation to come to the exhibition to give us instructions how to avoid, especially lawyers, maybe policemen, or maybe we call it psychiatrists, maybe in the medical field. They give us like an aware community, maybe social experience. People already experienced in this field, interest in the community, interest to be a healthy families. So they are coming in the conferences and the workshops to teach, to give, like educate us. This is important.
Exactly, Aziz. The mental health specialists are also doing their part on their social media, even through their clinics with taking family into family therapy. So they're really helping the society wherever they can. But also, Aziz, our fellow director is helping in another way, which is through a short film, we can say, that really highlights the subject.
And even before we talk about the films, when you mention about the films, it's worth mentioning, we talk about the Ministry of Information. You know, every day in the Ministry of Information, we say there are flashes, there are also segments, there are breaks, and all the channels of the Kuwait TV, you will see everything we talk about against the violence. We give like movies, we give we share with you short films.
Yes.
We share everything to aware the community about, to stay away from the violence.
Awareness is more important than we sometimes know or can understand, because if people are aware, you will avoid a lot of issues, Aziz. And I think that's what also the director, Hamad Ibrahim, tried to do through this very, very short film, but very meaningful film, which we can tell meant a lot to him, since you're seeing him act with his son.
Right.
Yes. Direct.
Yes.
Basically do everything, and you cannot produce all of that hard work unless your heart and soul is being poured into it.
He put his heart and soul on this kind of like production. So he produced a very, like we say, education, awareness movie. So dear viewers, let's check it together. Then we'll be right back again.
تحب بيتك؟
إيه،
شنو السبب اللي يخليك تحب بيتك؟
لأني أنا سويته وأرتاح فيه.
عيل خل أوديك البيت.
لا، ما أبي.
ليش؟
بطل الباب، بطل الباب أقول لك، بطل الباب، بطل الباب، بسرعة بطل الباب، ولا كسر الباب، منخش ها؟ بطل بطل بقى بسرعة راح يدقك طلع.
Dear viewers, we're back from this amazing short movie we can see created by the director Hamad Ibrahim, who was able to shed light on violence within those few minutes. And I think it's absolutely amazing to see the kind of awareness and effort he has poured, Aziz, into this video.
So I'd like to thank Hamad Ibrahim for producing such an amazing flash or a short film to aware the community about the importance of to be like aware, to be like avoiding the violence, because the violence, it's maybe happening for certain seconds,
Right.
but the regret will remain all the time.
And the impact.
The impacts are huge. That's not a good thing,
Exactly.
because it will impact you and all about your surroundings. This is not good actually. But the good thing about the conference already, because the Kuwaiti Lawyer Association and even with the, we'll call it with the
Yes.
social already development BRIO, they are doing their best for this conference just to aware the community and be even maybe to amplify and to add more articles for the laws
Right.
to be best to be against the violence all the time.
That's right, Aziz. Together they're collaborating to be able to come out with the best results on ideas and ways to really prevent violence and to help any victims and support them. And I repeat, as I said when we started with this headline, that sometimes supporting someone could be the reason they keep living, right? Sometimes you need the push, you need the support. It is what helps you hold on to life and believe that there is a better future out there, Aziz.
So when we spoke about the future, so we have to think about where our child. So we have to raise them in a good way, to aware them in a good way. Even they are part of our society. So
Yes.
even we are like to educate ourselves and to teach the others, to be always, to avoid their hands and talk and over focusing in their minds. You get my point all the time.
That's
So
absolutely right.
because when you speak, we listen, we share, we learn. This is very important. And instead we do something with our hands and then we regret. That's
right.
not good, yes.
I think you couldn't have said it in a more beautiful and meaningful way, Aziz. Our kids are our future, and the small things we teach them and even the way they see us act could really shape their personality and the way they interact with society in the future, Aziz. So I think say no to violence again, and hopefully we'll keep on supporting and trying to create awareness when we could here on Kuwait TV.
So already spoke, dear viewers, and also my co-host Rita, we spoke about certain topics. We already closed it with say no to violence. But at the beginning in this show today and around Kuwait, at the beginning of the show, we spoke about the opening of the new mall, which is the warehouse.
That's
Then we
right.
spoke about the new Kuwait car exhibition. And even we already finalizing it with the conference for the say no to violence.
That's right, Aziz. I think we ended on a more of a serious note, but to circle back to our first headline for this evening, which was about the warehouse mall. We're very excited about it, looking forward for it. Of course, there's going to be a lot of development with the warehouse for the next 3 years, which only tells us how big and massive this project is.
Especially the animal lovers.
Exactly. So if you're an animal lover, you're going to be super happy about the zoo available in the warehouse. And of course, Aziz, we spoke about cars and the automotives exhibition.
So we spoke about the luxury, the wars, and even we're already aware, the viewers watching us through the KTV2, about it's not only about the exhibition for the cars, it's like you have to check also the insurance companies, the services. It's already a place, a destination for the entertainment for you and your family and even your children.
Exactly. If you want to refresh your memory when it comes to cars, get to know more about new cars, or even try to purchase a new one, this is a great place to be, Aziz. And there's something for everyone there. As we said, even families can enjoy various activities at the exhibition.
And at the end, we'd like to thank all the people and all the government entities and the private sector already participated and organized the conference, which is Say No to Violence. It's important to aware the community about the importance importance for this kind of issue, and already gave a very bad impact. So in our conference, we gave solutions, we were the community, we made workshops for the sake for you all to be better. Even our show around Kuwait, it's our responsibility for the media sector to share responsible to the community, because our job is to transfer the news.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's definitely our responsibility, and we will keep creating awareness whenever and wherever we can, Aziz. Dear viewers, with these headlines, we have come to the end of our episode for this evening. I hope you enjoyed all the events and all the discussions Aziz and I had, and Aziz, I really enjoyed hosting with you this evening.
So we can say all the times, good times run very fast. We didn't fill the time. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll see you next time with more amazing episode in Around Kuwait. Have a good day.